Hey guys, what's up? Rob Mods here. I'm really excited for today's guide. This is a question that's been asked of me so many times, and it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So let's get into it. What I want to talk about is what to spend your gems on. There's so many things in the game that you can spend your gems on, and a few things that have limits and really long-term benefits. Like once you spend this amount, then you have this slot for the rest of the game, which is really nice. And then there's some things that benefits seem quite a bit shorter, but can also be really useful as well. And so I want to talk about all the different things that you can unlock with gems, all the different slots in the game, and what I feel is your priority. And of course, it's all my opinion. You can play however you want. It's totally up to you. But this is just my thoughts on what the most effective spending of the gems, especially in the early game and when you're still progressing, is. So let's get into it. Let me describe them all, and then we'll talk about what I feel is the most important. As you can see, Customer Frenzy's on right now, and it is just my favorite event ever, so it's awesome. So anyway, let's talk. So first things first is going to be shop expands. When you first start your shop, it's of course 1/9 the size of mine, so really small, like basically just the size of like from the fireplace down. And then you're going to expand and you're going to have two, so it's going to be kind of from the furniture at the left all the way until the wall. And then you're probably going to have your third one next, which is going to be like the width of everything, and then it goes from there until you've got all 9. And so those range, from fairly inexpensive and unlockable at low levels, and then the higher up ones get more and more and more expensive. And I believe the last one is 5,000 gems to unlock. And so for me, that's one of the most important things that you can be spending your gems on, but we'll talk about that later. But as your shop gets larger, each time you expand, you get 8 more furniture slots available to you. And so the more furniture slots that you have, the more bins you can have out, the more racks you can have out, the more chests you can have out, and it just makes crafting easier, selling easier, storing items easier, all that stuff, of course. And so one of the main progressions in this game is expanding your shop, getting it bigger, getting more racks and bins and chests out, so that you can obviously do more things in the game. So that's really important. Next thing is, once you have all 9 of your shop expands out, you're going to have 72 slots. But as you can see here, look at the top, it says 80 out of 80. So once you've got all 9 of your shop expands, there's actually 8 more furniture slots that you're able to unlock. And I believe it's over 15,000 gems to unlock your final 8, which is huge. It's obviously a lot more, but it allows you to have 80 slots total. So when you have 80 and you have max energy, it looks like this: 8,144. That's with every rack that you have available in the game, and all of them max level at level 15. So that's obviously super end game, but that's also an option towards the end of the game for spending gems. The next thing I want to mention is hero slots. So as you can see here, it says 16 out of 19 heroes on the bottom, and so the max that you can have is 25. So for the 20th slot, essentially, it either cost me 300 million gold or 1,500 gems, and that's unlocked at level 68. I'm level 77, so there's also the 21st hero and the 22nd hero available to me to unlock with gold, which is 300 million, 500 million, 700 million. So unlocking those obviously allows you more heroes, so that you can do more quests, get more components, make more money, all that kind of stuff. So that's an option for you to unlock as well. Next thing is questing slots. So as you can see here, I've got 4 quests out, 3 more to go. Now, when I have all 7 quests going, there's an option to unlock an additional quest slot. So there's 8 slots that you can have available. So the more quests that you're going on, obviously, the more that you're able to get with components and that sort of thing. And then lastly is market slots. So when you start in the market, you probably only have 1 or maybe 2, I don't remember, slots, but you're able to unlock up to 8. And so obviously the more slots that you have available, the more things that you're able to do in the market with making gems or selling items or requesting things or whatever it is that you're able to do in the market to be able to make more money that way. Next, you've got pet slots. So as you can see here, I have 3 pets. You start with 1, I believe, and then you're able to unlock the second and the third pet slot from there. So that's also an option for spending gems to unlock those, but they're also unlockable by gold once you get to a certain level. Literally everything is unlockable with gold at a certain level, but the 25th hero isn't unlocked until level 88, which I don't believe anyone in the game is that level yet, and it's been here for a year. So obviously waiting till level 88 to get your last hero probably isn't your best option. So there's 4 more things that I want to mention that people would probably say this is another option to spend gems on, and something that a lot of people will. And so you can open chests with gems. So if you look at chests here, let's go to, oh, it's doing this thing again. That's annoying. Okay, so if you go to the chest, oh my goodness. Sorry guys. There we go. Okay, so in order to open this chest, I can either unlock it with a key or I can unlock it with a magic unlock. Now each magic unlock has a guaranteed gold item or silver item, which is going to be champion coins, research scrolls, ascension shards, or an exclusive blueprint from the chest. So this is an option as well, because then you're able to get your blueprints and your shards, and it just, I mean, it's another option to be able to spend gems on. Next thing is speeding up upgrades. So when you have an upgrade going, you're able to get 5 helps on the upgrade from guild mates, and depending on where you live, you could get also 3 ads to further it along 30 more percent. So each help or ad is 10%. So in the end, you could have it down to 20% of the total time. And so a lot of people will start an upgrade with gold, and this is what I would recommend. Start an upgrade with gold, get it as far along as you can with helps and ads, and then speed along the rest with gems. So anything that's, let's say, past level 9 or 10, for the most part, like all these are level 15 mannequin, can't be upgraded anymore. But pretty much all of my stuff after level 10 was upgraded with gems. Like I spent the gold to upgrade it, which level 14 to 15 is 75 million gold, 75 million. And then speeding it up with gems to finish the upgrade immediately. And then you can start another one, get 5 more helps. So in order to get high level furniture, you gotta spend gems. Next one is investments. This is kind of the big thing that quote unquote whales will be spending gems on. And so look at this, a guy has 126 billion invested in Town Hall. That is not from gold, that is from gems. So you have to look at the rate. 100 million for me to invest 1 tick or 250 gems. So that's 400k per gem that I get for investment, so it's worthwhile. So if I click invest and I put 250 gems in this, my investment up here will go up by 100 million. So throwing gems at certain buildings makes sense when you're at a certain level. If you don't have any gold invested into a building, putting gems in it is the worst thing that you can do, because you're getting a terrible rate on what your total invest is. And then the last thing is equipment for heroes. Like, let's say this guy, it's my best hero, it's an Astromancer, but I still don't have good equipment on it. But if I wanted to buy legendaries and good enchants and all that kind of stuff for it, it's going to cost me hundreds and hundreds of gems to get this guy really good equipment. So that's your last option. So those are kind of the main things in the game that you are able to spend gems on. I might have missed a couple of things, but those are the different slots and options to spend gems on. So when you're a lower level or looking to progress, there's really 3 things that I would recommend spending gems on. And these would be my priorities in order. First one that I would recommend is your shop expand. So making your shop larger, giving you more furniture slots, because the more furniture slots you have, the more bins, the more racks, it's going to be easier for you to make money and progress in the game. If you don't have those things and your shop is remaining tiny, it's going to be really hard for you to get anywhere. If you spend 2,000 gems on opening chests, you might get a few blueprints or some shards or something, that's great. But long term, that's going to stunt your growth. You need to spend those gems on expanding your shop so you're able to make more money, make more gems. That's going to be your money maker. Next thing is crafting slots. I might have missed this one earlier, but you start with only 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, and you'll go up slowly. But there's 12 total. The 12th crafting slot is 10,000 gems, which I got free to play somehow. It took me forever to save up that many. But I would say, in my opinion, that's number 2 priority for you, is a crafting slot. Reason being, the more crafting slots you have, the more items you can be crafting at the same time, the more money you're going to make, the quicker you're going to be able to master items and get to higher tiers and be making more money. So if you've only got 4 crafting slots, you're crafting, a lot less items than somebody with more, and so it just makes sense to not do it that way. I mean, it's kind of weird because some people will say, oh, I'm not going to spend the 15,000 gems on the last 2 and I'm just going to stick with 10, which is totally fine. And actually, it doesn't make a huge difference because crafting slots doesn't determine how many items you can make. It just determines like how much time is going down without you having to rush a craft with energy. Because ultimately, if I have enough energy and I can rush all of my crafts, I can still keep up with my resource regeneration with energy and not need those extra 2, but the extra 2 just over time gradually are going to make me money because I don't have to spend as much energy keeping up with my resources. So I would say that's your second. And oddly enough, once you know how to make gems and know how to use the market to make money, I would say your third should actually be opening up market slots, because when you have more market slots open and you're able to use these slots to make gems, which I'm not doing right now, but you're able to use these slots to make gems, like using gems to unlock something that's making you more gems eventually is going to be profitable for you. You're going to be able to make more gems over time when you have more slots available and you know how to make gems with those slots. It's a long-term gain thing that once it's unlocked, it's going to be making you money long-term. What I would say is the worst things that you can be spending gems on, what you do not want to spend gems on. Early game, the worst thing that you can probably spend gems on is opening chests. You're going to get blueprints eventually. You're going to get research scrolls eventually. You're going to get ascension shards when you get further in the game. Opening chests immediately with your first ones is probably the worst thing that you can do. Next one I would say is investing. Because like I said, the rate of return that you're going to be getting is so low that it's not worthwhile. Once you have like tier 4 or 5 unlocked, you can probably... honestly, you can probably get 200k per gem cash just by using the market correctly. Like let's say you buy a chest for 3 gems that's worth 600k, you can sell it right away. You're getting 200,000 per gem back. And so you investing gems right away is a terrible idea until you have a high enough amount that you're getting a good ratio out of it, but don't do it. Next thing, spending a lot of gems to get equipment that's like legendary when it's a lower tier and you have to replace it eventually anyway, and you're not getting anything back from that right away. You're wasting your gems to try to get high level equipment that you have to replace or is going to break or long term doesn't benefit you. Like you investing it into your shop and into things that are going to make you money long term and help you progress in your gameplay, that's what's going to be the wisest thing for you to spend gems on, not the short term things like equipment or opening a chest one time or something like that. And I would say speeding up upgrades isn't necessary until you're at least level 9 or level 10 on your furniture, because you can get a piece of furniture up to level 7 or level 8 in under 24 hours with just guild helps. You don't need anything else. Level 7 or level 8 in 24 hours. So if you have 36 pieces of furniture or something, it takes you essentially 36 days to get all of those up to level 8 without spending a gem. So unless everything is level 8 in your shop and you're ready to go up to level 10 and level 11, level 12 and be spending the gems to like basically expedite the process of upgrading once you spent the gold on it and got the helps, then that's okay. But early game, you don't need to do that. And so opening slots, that's your best option for spending gems right away. Somebody told me, this is the last thing, somebody told me, and I don't remember this, but it was something like your first 800 gems or 600 gems or something, I don't remember, has to be spent on something in your shop before you're able to like use it in market or something, I don't remember. And so they're asking like, how do you do that? Because I don't have anything available, whatever. So I don't really know because I haven't played through for a long time and I don't remember what it is. But basically I would just say you know, get all the shop expense that you can with gold. And when it gets to the point that you have to wait 10 levels and it's taking forever, and you have the gems for it, that's your best bet of spending the gems and getting the expands and the crafting slots and stuff to just open up more possibilities for you to be able to make money. So I hope that makes sense. If you need clarity on anything or you have questions or whatever, I'm around. Reach out on Discord. Just search Rob Mods on the Shop Talk or on the Shop Titans official, and I try to respond to everyone, or comment here, and love to hear from you guys. So thanks so much for watching. I really hope this helps you out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So thanks for watching. Peace out.